Geico asks, how would you love a chance to save some money on insurance? Of course you would. And when it comes to great rates on insurance, Geico can help. Like with insurance for your car, truck, motorcycle, boat, and RV. Even help with homeowners or renters coverage. Plus, add an easy-to-use mobile app, available 24-hour roadside assistance, and more, and Geico is an easy choice. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. It's easy. Simply go to geico.com or contact your local agent today.
There's a new and different way to fund your business or side hustle without the hassles of a loan. HomeTap. HomeTap is an investor that gives you access to your home equity in cash in exchange for a share of your home's future value with no monthly payments or interest. How you use the money is totally up to you. HomeTap. Get more from home ownership. Get more from life. Subject to eligibility, terms and conditions apply. Visit HomeTap.com to apply in minutes. That's HomeTap.com. HomeTap.com.
Hey, it's Miles. Thank you guys for listening to the Men's Room Daily Podcast.
Have you heard our newest podcast? It's called The Greatest Story Never Told.
Download it today on radio.com. Be sure to subscribe. New episodes are uploaded every Tuesday at noon.
Unfortunately, what you're about to hear is real. The members of this radio program are simply not that bright, or what some people would call educated. They are merely stupid. They're not trying to offend anyone on purpose. And all have played doctors on TV. You have been warned and are cordially invited to join the party. This is the Men's Room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. You know what they say, shake your radio more than 3 times, and you're playing with it. You're listening to the Men's Room.
And away we go. Welcome to Season 15, Episode number 3,374. Along with Steve the Thrill Hill, the Ted Smith, and Mike Hawk. Montgomery. And you are in the Men's Room. On tap today, the return of Who Sucks Less. We will play Profile This. Plus headlines, the Men's Room shout of the day, fun with listener emails, and everyone's favorite, TV Time with Tim. The clack, drinking and drunk. All right, here we go. Some good news. Researchers say that drinking hot chocolate could make dumb people smarter. Meanwhile, in Toronto's Riverdale Park, someone's doing snow art featuring things that make cream of tartar. Connecticut man thrown out of strip club comes back to burn the place down. An SUV explodes with a lit cooking grill inside while driving into town. And a drone video shows clueless swimmer being circled by a shark in Florida. That is all coming on today's very special episode of The Men's Room.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. All right, every July 4th, we're reminded ad nauseum about the dangers of handling fireworks. And then every July 4th, we ignore that advice. Well, Thanksgiving is tomorrow, and with Thanksgiving, the annual warning seems to be involved with those who plan to deep fry a turkey. Inevitably, we'll be hearing about the house fires and the turkey cannons because, of course, we will. Now, launching a flaming turkey through the side of your neighbor's home is not the only thing that might go wrong tomorrow. So much food is prepared for Thanksgiving, you can almost count on at least one or more culinary failures. We talked to a woman last week. She was tasked with making a green bean casserole. Sure, it's a vile dish to begin with, but it's an easy dish to make, unless you do what she did and add a cup of salt. Now, the silver lining is that now everyone had an excuse not to have to eat green bean casserole. But many things go wrong in kitchens. You undercook food, you overcook food, sometimes you straight up burn food. There are kitchen fires, pressure cooker mishaps, not realizing, that the thing you put in the oven is still wrapped in plastic, or the thing that you put in the microwave was wrapped in foil. Hell, in Canada, 2 people were attempting to grill inside of their SUV. I do not know why, but they were treated for burns when their SUV caught fire and exploded. But this is what we're talking about today. Your kitchen fires, the cut fingers, the dropped food, the terrible meals. With Thanksgiving in mind, today we want to know, what was your biggest disaster in the kitchen or while cooking?
Be a part of the Big Show. Call 206-421-ROCK. Like the Men's Room on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Men's Room Live. And send those emails to the Men's Room at KISW.com.
Geico asks, how would you love a chance to save some money on insurance? Of course you would. And when it comes to great rates on insurance, Geico can help. Like with insurance for your car, truck, motorcycle, boat, and RV. Even help with homeowners or renters coverage. Plus, add an easy-to-use mobile app, available 24-hour roadside assistance, and more, and Geico is an easy choice. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. It's easy. Simply go to geico.com or contact your local agent today.
There's a new and different way to fund your business or side hustle without the hassles of a loan. HomeTap. HomeTap is an investor that gives you access to your home equity in cash in exchange for a share of your home's future value with no monthly payments or interest. How you use the money is totally up to you. HomeTap. Get more from home ownership. Get more from life. Subject to eligibility, terms and conditions apply. Visit HomeTap.com to apply in minutes. That's HomeTap.com. HomeTap.com.
Top Gun Maverick is the #1 movie in the world.
Damn right.
It's an absolute blast from start to finish, and one of the greatest movies ever made.
Having any fun yet?
Tom Cruise, Top Gun Maverick, rated PG-13.
Back to the conversation. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Home Patrol's and away we go. Welcome to season 15, episode number 3,374. What a large and charged program we have for you today. Guaranteed future repeat. You never know. We might want to take some time off for the holidays. That'd be nice.
What holidays?
Yeah, exactly. Holidays on the way, man. A week close. Turkey, mashed potatoes, stuffing. Oh, man. Homemade rolls and gravy. Yeah.
Exactly what you ate last year.
We're starving in here right now. I'm kind of trying to not eat so much to get ready for tomorrow, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I was going to order a pizza. I was like, that's a bad idea.
I'm already hungry, though. Had a crappy little salad for lunch.
This is not going to help. Today we're going to talk about food. All the exciting return of Who Sucks Less. Steve, you bring us 3 stories from the news each and every week. It's up to us to determine out of the 3, which sucked the least. How are we looking on today's episode of Who Sucks Less?
In each of these cases, I don't feel like anyone's particularly similar, but you will ask yourself, why? Why did you need to do the thing that we're hearing about today? That's
okay.
all.
Who Sucks Less is coming up in our question today. We're going to talk about disasters in the kitchen. There are all kinds of kitchen disasters that can happen. Maybe it's you messing something up. Could be the fact that your animals got into something. Could be the fact that you baked something that was an adult variety and someone else got their hands on it who did not know what you made in the kitchen. You know what I mean? Could be just your own stupidity of never doing something before.
Yeah.
But either way, we're going to talk about dumbness in the kitchen. And we'll start with a story that takes place in St. Thomas. 2 people were burned when an SUV caught fire and exploded while they were using a propane grill to cook inside the vehicle. A 52-year-old man and a 43-year-old woman using a small grill inside the SUV when the interior caught fire and became engulfed in flames, causing an explosion shortly before noon on Sunday.
Right, grilling inside of their SUV.
While the vehicle was moving.
It seems to me that exactly what you would think would happen happened.
Man suffered burns to his chest, legs, and right arm. The woman received burns to her fingers, forehead, and hairline. Both were taken to a hospital for treatment, according to police. That is one that I have never heard of in my entire life.
No, not once.
That is dumb, but I don't know. I kind of fathom it.
What?
Yeah, we're on a road trip.
Right.
Thrill, go in the back, get the hibachi going, grill up some dogs.
How about we stop at McDonald's that the billboard said is 2 miles away? That would be my thought.
Yeah, but they're in St. Thomas or something.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Still, my answer, no. Ted, let's just wait.
You're right.
Or let's pull over and just have a picnic on the side of the road. But I'm not going to do it in a moving vehicle.
Maybe they're that hungry.
Sure. Could be that you fell asleep with a frozen pizza in the oven.
Guilty.
A lot of us have been in that place where
it's not that you fall asleep as opposed to you pass out. It seems to me the frozen pizza in the oven problem is always late at night. You were drunk and it seemed like a good idea. Quick side note, a bunch of people are saying, do not starve yourself today. If you starve yourself today, your stomach actually shrinks.
What,
so they're saying eat a little more.
No. We're not starving ourselves. It's just like
they're starving themselves.
You got a day of indulgence coming up. I don't think we need to eat pizza today.
What is, I'll tell you right now, for me, what is the riskiest thing to try to cook at night if I'm stoned and it's getting late and I just want to make something in the oven? Last time I did this, I have burned pizzas before.
Sure.
But the last time I did this, it was, say, 10:30 at night, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have one thing that I can make in the oven. I have a Claim Jumper beef pot pie. All right? Now, what you need to know about the Claim Jumper beef pot pie, it's a little bigger. It's a nice size.
Yeah, it's Claim Jumper.
You have to wrap the outside in foil, which I
Okay.
did around the crusty edges. Then you put that in the oven. However, typical baking time, 65 minutes.
That's a problem late night, man.
Exactly. So I said, well, I can make it to 11:30. That's not really a big deal. You know what I mean? And then I woke up on the couch and I smelt the smell of burning paper.
Right.
That was the outside of the pot pie. The pot pie had already completely folded out. It was already busted open. It had already spilled everywhere.
So now it's what, the bottom of your oven cooking, all that
And
stuff?
now it's cooking on a pan, and basically it's burning the cardboard.
Yeah.
The cardboard is black. The pot pie is black. The kitchen is filled with smoke. It is 12 o'clock at night, 12:15 at night. I wake up like, what the hell is that? Then I realized I had put that pot pie in the oven and completely forgot and fell asleep.
I will say I've gotten better with I'm still going to be buzzed or drunk by the time I go to bed or decide I want to eat. I do know that. I try not to do anything in the oven. That's why I'm like, all right, Cinnamon Toast Crunch or peanut butter jelly sandwiches. Because I know I will pass out before anything in the oven is done, right? And you wake up to it. I've done it enough. I did, especially in my younger days. I'm like, just stop, dude. If you can't just pull it out of the fridge and eat it, don't do it.
I'm with you. Somewhere in my 30s, after a certain time of night, I just don't cook stuff in the oven. Because if one time, years ago, over at that place, I burned the hell out of a pizza and just went. It wasn't like I passed out.
Right.
I did, but I'm just saying.
You fell asleep.
But I didn't even fall asleep on my couch. I woke up in my bed. It's like,
Oh, you went to bed the
that's
whole
what
night.
I'm saying. It was awful. So that happened a couple times, and then the last time I burnt something was chicken fingers. And this is a good one. I didn't even bother to get out a cookie sheet. I just got a pan, threw these frozen chicken fingers in there, rammed it in the oven, went to bed, woke up, and just little charcoal.
I can't believe the pan made it. My favorite story with you, Ted, is my holiday food story. Is the time that you, I don't know if you were walking home from someplace, you went out and you crashed or whatever, or maybe you were walking to the store in the morning.
All right. Oh, Jesus, man.
Yeah. Was that Thanksgiving? Wasn't that a Thanksgiving?
It was like the week before Thanksgiving.
Okay.
And I was walking from my place over to Dan's Belltown Market.
Okay.
But on the way, there's like a little, like one of those churches that just kind of like a little, and the guy goes, free Thanksgiving meal in there, right? Because my sweatshirt, I guess, was pretty messy, and I looked homeless, or like I couldn't afford food. And I go, no, I'm okay. And he like reassures me. He's like, turkey, stuff, and potatoes, it's free.
Points you to get in there.
He pointed at me twice.
Why didn't you go in?
Might as well just eat it.
Because I was going to get food.
See, I know, but I said that I'd be thinking like,
Well, you know what,
maybe,
okay.
and then time to
But
back.
would that make me a bad person eating a free meal for people that need it?
No, he offered it to you.
You were invited.
And you look like crap.
Right.
You looked like you belonged, Ted.
Did you go home and like shower or anything after that, or try to like?
Yeah, I washed that sweatshirt.
Yeah, exactly.
From the jump. It's like, all right, well, these sweatpants. And this was before sweatpants were before I got cool sweatpants.
Right.
So these are just the gray ones that like your dad would wear. I just looked like, I must look like crap.
Homeless.
Yeah. No,
Hungry.
seriously. Turkey.
I think I would have.
I like that he does the double it. Hey, man, it's okay.
I think
You don't have to be embarrassed.
I think I would have stopped and gone in.
Maybe tried it.
Yeah. I mean, why not? It's free lunch. It's at a church. Church normally has pretty decent food, unless they give you salmonella and kill everybody. You know what I mean?
Well, it's one of those
Like
two
the spaghetti
options.
dinner got half of our congregation
But
sick.
usually it's like some old grandma made half the food in there. It'll be good. You should have tried it out.
Yeah.
You could have made it a
There-
Thanksgiving tradition.
Yeah, there's something special about one food plate that serves like, a couple hundred people.
Yeah.
Like when they have the pancake breakfast and stuff like that. It's just pancakes. That's all it is. You know what I mean? It's like 200 people. You don't have a choice. No waffles. No French toast. No
That's why I
eggs.
don't like those things.
Just pancakes,
Yeah, I'm with you, man. Pancakes are overrated.
I'm just saying when they have these dinners, you know what I mean, where everybody can go in and eat something.
Right.
For whatever reason, the food's always
It's
pretty good.
multiple things, yeah.
Yeah.
If you like spaghetti off a styrofoam plate.
I'm okay with
That's
that.
pretty well what you're getting.
Right.
And one roll, one tab of butter,
one square
and the
of butter.
traditional salad that already has a dressing on it.
Of course.
Kind of like teriyaki.
Yeah, pre-dressed.
All right, question. What was your biggest disaster in the kitchen or while cooking? 206-421-ROCK.
Hello, Dustin. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hola.
So I was heating up about a 6-gallon pot of water with one of those big outside burners I used to fry turkeys in and all that.
Yeah, yeah.
And have the fire going nice and hot. And all of a sudden I look down and I see this bright flame coming up, like, step back, like, OS. I just lit myself on fire.
You lit yourself on fire?
I did. I had, I always wear Carhartts and wear the ones that have, like, the 2 layers of material over the knees.
Yeah.
And it was all frayed, and every time I got a little too close to it, and just had flames going all the way from about my knee up to about my crotch. So
I got to ask,
put that out.
Were you getting dungeons, or what were you boiling in that big of a pot?
I had just processed some chickens, and I was putting them through the shrink wrap bags. So you have to heat up to the water to like 140 degrees to get it to shrink down around the chicken.
Huh. Okay.
But
I mean, I have one. I've only used it for crabs, though. That's it. And I know I can do the turkey and all that. And actually, if the weather holds out, maybe do the turkey in that bad boy. I don't know.
I don't know.
See, that's the problem. I don't know because it's the Pacific Northwest. So it could be a day like today where I got some blue sky going on, but like one drop of water.
I think you need to have a couple people who have been there and done it before, just to make sure. Even if you read everything you need to read on the internet.
Well, no, I'd aim it at the neighbor's house. I know that much, and I wouldn't do it in my garage.
I'm just saying,
like, if something goes wrong, that way it's the neighbor's house.
They're tasty, they're delicious, but you see enough of those videos warning you every year not to do certain things, like do it on a deck or whatever. It goes up fast.
It's unbelievable.
But I got a lot of space where nothing would burn.
Okay.
There might be a big...
You might be all right.
That's why I feel more comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that was not the case, but I got plenty of space where nothing can
Well, you had one. Did you ever do a bird in it?
The one time that we had a chance, it rained.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So we didn't do it. Remember, we just ended up deep frying Twinkies and Snickers bars.
Yeah, and Snickers bars.
Remember, I'm asking, did you ever end up...
Hell no. Hell no. You know what I mean? Because I thought, man, if I mess this up, burn the house down.
I might give it a try, though, man. Look, we got a turkey, and turkey, like I said, it's just not exciting to me. It's just like you're a big, giant, fairly tasteless bird, and everything around you is pretty delicious, but if I deep fry it, it's like, now you are my friend.
Maybe you should start with a chicken.
Well, tomorrow's Thanksgiving, man. I got this goddamn turkey.
A lot of people are cooking chickens.
Well, fine for them. I got a turkey.
You're cooking a chicken.
Yeah.
I know.
You got the thing rubbed down?
No, because I didn't buy it till this morning.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Is it frozen?
No. Right. I bought it fresh. I was shocked yesterday. I was pretty sure I ruined the holiday.
How many pounds you get?
5.5.
That should be plenty. Yeah. What was your biggest disaster in the kitchen or while cooking? 206-421-ROCK.
Hello, Ray. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola.
Hey, Terrell, can I ask you a quick question before I get to my story, please?
Sure.
At the end of the show, you always say, Aletha. Who's Aletha?
Aletha, man, this is always tough to... And thank you for asking me at the holiday so I can feel worse. So, years and years and years and years ago when this show first started, we do our show. I'd always end the show by saying, stay beautiful. Well, we get this handwritten letter from this guy one day, and it's just soul-crushing. And basically, he just said, hey... I just wanted to let you guys know, and this was written by 2 guys. It was the father of and the now widower of a woman named Aletha. His point was she had gone through this horrible treatment for cancer. She got really emaciated toward the end, knew she did not look herself. But they said she would always make it a point to say, stay beautiful, kind of imitating my voice.
Because they would listen to the show.
Right, and that she would listen to the show to make herself feel better. She'd always laugh. Anyway, she ended up passing on. I mean, like, we have the letter floating around somewhere. I will not read it today because I'm telling you to make everyone cry. But we got this letter. So at the end of the show, I figured at this point, if a woman who went through all this is still going to say, stay beautiful and offer up a smile, we could at least give her that much of a tribute. If she can do it, you can do it. That's the point.
So smile, damn it.
Okay.
So smile, you son of a bitch.
Sorry I asked.
You bitch
Oh, no, dude. That's a fair question. It's just, it's heavy for us, but it matters a lot.
Right.
And also, my throat's going dry and hurts, so I'm glad you asked me a singled-out question. That's fantastic. You're a double son of a bitch.
You did not see that answer going that way, did you?
I don't think anyone would ask. If you knew, I don't think most people would ask.
Hey, throw.
Hey, real quick.
Oh, yeah, that's heavy. My bad.
Hey, don't worry, there's no dumb questions. No dumb questions.
Just dumb people.
All right, here's my story. So it was like 15 years ago, and my older brothers were sitting around the dining room table drinking beer. In a split second, man, the entire house was filled with steam. You couldn't see your hand in front of your face.
Steam?
Steam. what happened was he was cooking a roast on the pressure cooker, and the rubber safety plug blew.
Oh.
So all that steam just came out instantly, right? So and then after everything cooled down, and he opened up the pressure cooker, and there's like nothing in it. And every single bit of that roast was on the ceiling.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Dude, the pressure cookers freak me out. Look, they're easy to use, but like you're saying with the deep fryer, if something goes wrong, it seems tragic. I saw a picture today as we're prepping for the show. Same thing. It's a pressure cooker. I don't know what they were cooking, but they put it on top of their stove. The ceiling directly above the stove, the lid to the pressure cooker was embedded at least halfway in, and there was a hole in the stove in the shape of a circle where the rest of the pressure cooker blew down.
Oh, look. Hey,
like, Jesus,
my grandmother, before she moved into a new house, they had to relocate her because she was on a river in a floodplain. And they decided they were going to build a flood wall on her property. So they moved her up on the hill, but the house that she lived in down by the river, on the back side of the house was where the kitchen was. And the kitchen sloped downward, noticeably downward.
Right.
You'd walk through this door, and it was like somebody put like an addition on, but not really. And it just started sloping downward. My grandmother all the time used a pressure cooker. She would stand in the kitchen the entire time because the pressure cooker rattles on the electric stove. It's like popcorn. It's like she had to stand there and make sure the damn thing, because it had done so before, didn't wander off and fall on the floor, because it would literally rattle itself off with the slope of the floor and then fall down. So she would make that's how she made her fried chicken. I mean,
and just stand there.
I was terrified of that thing. It was like a monster. It's spewing steam. Yeah. It's rattling. It's hot.
Oh, it's fine, Miley.
Yeah, no, I mean, like you're using like 9 pot holders. People are standing back.
I'm scared right now.
I was like, can't you just cook it in the electric skillet like you normally do? Oh, it's so much better than the pressure cooker. It takes less time. What was your biggest disaster in the kitchen or while cooking? 206-421-ROCK.
Geico asks, how would you love a chance to save some money on insurance? Of course you would. And when it comes to great rates on insurance, Geico can help. Like with insurance for your car, truck, motorcycle, boat, and RV. Even help with homeowners or renters coverage. Plus, add an easy-to-use mobile app, available 24-hour roadside assistance, and more, and Geico is an easy choice. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. It's easy. Simply go to geico.com or contact your local agent today.
Your home equity. It could be an untapped opportunity instead of an untouchable asset. Introducing HomeTap. HomeTap is an investor, not a lender. They give you cash in exchange for a share of your home's future value. Use it to pay off debt, make renovations, fund a business, or just live a better life. There's no interest or monthly payments to worry about. HomeTap. Get more from home ownership. Get more from life. Subject to eligibility, terms and conditions apply. Visit HomeTap.com to apply in minutes. That's HomeTap.com.
Everyone is talking about Top Gun Maverick, and it's now the #1 movie in the world.
Outstanding!
It will leave you cheering. Yes! And is the ultimate summer movie experience.
Damn right.
Tom Cruise, Top Gun Maverick, rated PG-13.
The men's room is in progress. 99.9 KISW and KISW HD1 Seattle.
Once again this year, BJ and Meigs have teamed up with Washington State Council firefighters in Operation Warm. They're doing some good this holiday season to put new coats on kids that are in need. Coats for Kids, $20 puts a brand new coat on a child in Washington State who needs a coat for the wintertime. Any donation will help. Give $5, $10, $20, either way. Looking to get about 1,700 coats. That's how many kids out there need them. Head to KISW.com over the holiday. Donate what you can because you're doing a hell of a lot of good, and that is a great cause. Coats for Kids Day is presented by The Advocates. Our question, what was your biggest disaster in the kitchen or while cooking? 206-421-ROCK.
By the way, people are now sharing with me the secrets to the deep fried turkey. And basically, it is this, all right? So if you plan on trying this yourself, obviously, moisture is a major, major thing, so avoid that. But beyond that, they say it has a fill line inside of the bucket. No matter what you think, no matter what your eyeballs tell you, do not overfill it. That seems to be rule number 1. Rule number 2, as this person says, drop that bitch in real slow. I assume they mean the turkey.
All right.
And then finally, and I didn't think about this, I said, look, man, when you put the turkey in, even if you're going slow, turn the flame off to the burner. That way, if it does spill over,
it won't catch on fire.
It does not catch on fire.
That's a great idea.
All right.
Well, that's
feeling more confident, man. Thank you, everyone.
Well, that's how I learned to light a gas.
I'll be sure to tell Allstate that I can't believe this happened either because I followed everyone's advice.
We had one of those deals where we were in college, and the people next door moved out. They left their gas grill on the porch.
Oh, yeah.
So we're like, we're jacking that thing.
Absolutely.
So the starter didn't work. And that's how you learn. Like, you light the match, then you turn the gas on.
Correct.
Because basically, I had no eyebrows because I blew the lid on that.
You got the gas going?
Ting, 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 ting. All that stuff. Gas is going. Nothing's happening. Whatever. I just basically, there's a little hole in the bottom. I lit underneath it. Boom. Whole lid blew off. Off the hinges.
Right.
We didn't have a lid for the grill.
You had it closed too?
Yeah.
Jesus, guys.
I will say this. I never thought about putting the match in first because when I grew up, the starter went out.
Yeah.
But same thing. I mean, I felt like every time my dad lit it, it was like,
ba-boom. Yeah. Not good.
I hate it.
Dad's cooking.
You know what? I got to be honest. I still do it with my little hibachi.
What's that? Same thing?
Well, I got like the long lighter.
Yeah.
So I start the gas and then.
Hey, man, you know what? Matches aren't easy to find these days.
They're really not.
FYI, they've just kind of started to disappear. So.
Well, and just like you have that long-ass lighter now.
They're like stamps. You know what I mean? It's like, where'd they go?
Why are matches so hard to find?
I don't know.
I mean, they used to be, like, it didn't matter where you went, they gave you matches just for showing
you
up.
Could smoke. Like a fancy steakhouse would have a really nice pack of wooden matches or something like that.
Oh, my God.
Those were always
near
the best,
the mints,
man.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, when I was a kid, I used to collect them. Because you're right, every restaurant had them.
Didn't matter where you
It's
went.
got to be that not many people smoke anymore.
Well, that's crap.
Yeah.
Maybe they just don't need them.
But still, I swear to God, if you're looking for a match, good one. What was your biggest disaster in the kitchen or while cooking? 206-421-ROCK.
Hello, Will. Welcome to the men's room.
Mom decided to put a pot of boiling water on the stove and then decided, oh my gosh, I forgot something at the store. Took off. About 15 minutes later, she comes home and looks like the whole fire department's right around her house and she couldn't figure out why.
What happened?
The pan ran out of water and decided to cook the pan.
Okay.
And pretty much the whole kitchen was a nice charred mess. So she got a new kitchen.
The whole kitchen
out of it. Oh, yeah.
See, the problem with that is if you do buy a new kitchen, depending on how much damage, could be around $40,000, $50,000, if not more.
Easily.
Yeah.
When you redo a kitchen, you're talking hundreds and some, right?
Right. This is just to get the basic replacements, right? You're 50 grand in the hole. I'm pretty good about burners, right? Like, so for whatever reason, I forget about my oven a lot. And then it'll be 3 hours later, you watch the TV and you hear that telltale sign, kind of a, like metal expanding.
Yeah.
Oh, crap, the oven. The burners, and just from working in kitchens, always cautious of them, right? Very good about turning them off. I rarely forget. The problem is, as soon as I turn the burner off, I forgot that I ever had it on. So I take a piece of Tupperware, because I'm going to load up leftovers, put it on top of the thing, and then watch as it melts into the multiple rings. It's like, God damn it!
Oh, what about that flat top? Because that's hard to see the flame. You ever leave that on by mistake?
What, outside?
Yeah.
I think I have. The thing about that is, just looking at it, you never just touch the flat top.
Yeah.
So it's a little easier, but but it's gas. So eventually that flame goes out. And you have an argument about that. You burned all the gas. That's really the thing with that. It's like, look, I don't care that it's hot. I care because now we got to go get more gas.
If you guys ever,
it'll eventually go out.
But by the way, in the last month, I have left the refrigerator door open in the middle of the night twice,
which is ridiculous.
It basically ruined all my food. You know, which is just like because it's mayonnaise. It's all the things. It's sour cream.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, God. The very worst one was, though, living in Maryland, and there was a hurricane coming in. It was already bad. The rain was already pretty bad. Problem was, grocery stores are kind of crazy at this point in time, all that stuff. So I'm like, look, before this thing hits, I'm going to do what everybody does. I'm going to go to the store. I'm going to get as much stuff as I possibly can. Come back. Sure enough, I packed that refrigerator. I've got everything. Bless you,
Bless you, Mike.
I got everything.
Mike.
Thank you.
You'll make it.
Not only that, I've got a chest freezer. So there's this place on the East Coast called BJ's Wholesale. And they have a location up the road. So I'm like, I'll go to BJ's, get these big packs of steaks, I'll get a bunch of chickens.
Sure.
I'll get all kinds of frozen food, vegetables, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Come home, unload everything. Sure enough, the rain starts coming down. Hurricane's here. I go to work. I come home. Basement starts to flood. I start working on the flood in my basement. You know what I mean? And I have a sump pump, but it's in the high point of the basement. I'm scraping all in there, and the sump pump turns on, and it's churning up. I'm like, this thing's working. Thank God, man. You know,
thank God it's in the highest point of the basement.
Right, exactly. So I'm brooming it like I got a big push broom, and I'm pushing all the water into this thing. It's working. And then all of a sudden, there's this flash. And we lose power. And we lost power for 6 days.
Including the sump pump.
Including the sump pump.
And a freezer full of uneaten rotten meat.
So it was like you just open the fridge real quick, grab something, close
quick as you can.
There was nothing you could do. Like I ruined all the food. I mean, it was like $400 worth of food that I bought.
Damn.
It was insane. Everything in the freezer.
What did you try to eat first? Just knowing, like, look, it's going to go bad, man. Like, we're eating steak tonight.
Yeah, whatever was tonight. In there, I'm like, it was so disheartening to know that all that delicious food just absolutely.
Did you try to give any to the neighbor?
Well, I mean,
did he have power?
Nobody had power in the whole neighborhood for 5. Some people had
but
generators.
I'm just saying, like, if I had a grill, you could be like, hey, man, the steak's going to go bad. I'd be like, thanks, dog.
Yeah, you know what? That wasn't a bad call.
If Ted were your neighbor, it'd have been like, hey, dog, I know your power went out and you don't have a grill. Mm-hmm. I know you got some steaks on me.
I saw you loading up a lot of food last night.
Come on, bro.
What was your biggest disaster in the kitchen or while cooking? 206-421-ROCK.
Hello, Chris. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola.
Hey, I was deep frying a turkey one time, and I'm glad to hear the pointers that your listeners gave me about lighting the match after the fact, because I didn't wipe the turkey down all the way, so it was still moist. It was boiling too much, and it got too hot. I was lowering it in there, and it got too hot, and I had to drop it. Oil spilled over, and the flames shot up the side of the second-story house. My daughter was in the office above. She came running out to everybody at Thanksgiving. Fire! Fire! Everybody's freaking out. That was crazy.
Did you put the fire out?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I saw the hose burning on going to the propane tank. I was like, oh, no, turn that off.
Did anyone have turkey for Thanksgiving that year?
Yeah, we finished it off in the oven.
Okay. Are you eating a lollipop?
I have sunflower seeds in my mouth. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay, I thought you were drunk.
Yeah, I figured you're just drunk.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked it didn't work.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Okay. I believe that.
Yeah, I do too.
I believe that.
I believe you were when you probably started cooking that turkey as well.
Well, yeah, it was Thanksgiving, so.
Yeah, so yes. There's football on. It started early.
There's a lot more that plays into this meal than just, cooking.
Football starts early. Traditionally, families coming over. It's like, yeah, you're probably drinking.
What was your biggest disaster in the kitchen or while cooking? 206-421-ROCK.
Hello, Heather. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
So, my story is that I exploded a Pyrex dish like a bomb in my kitchen.
I've seen that happen.
How did you pull yourself?
I'll tell you how it happened. I know exactly how you did it. You ready for me to tell you?
Sure.
You were baking something in the oven with a Pyrex pan. You took the pan out of the oven and did not realize that one of your burners that you were using to cook on the stovetop was still on. You set that glass pan on top of the stove. It began to heat from the burner and blew the whole thing up. Am I correct?
Almost. I had a Pyrex dish on the burner, and I turned on a different burner. Like, I thought I was turning on a kettle, so I turned it on full blast, and then I started washing dishes, and then that's when it exploded. It hadn't been in the oven. It was from the night before.
Okay. In the shards of glass, do they shoot everywhere?
Yes, they were I was completely surrounded. Like, I was barefoot, and I had no idea how I was going to get out of there.
Have you ever seen Brave Die Hard? You just suck it up and deal.
I've seen one shoot glass shards into the plaster wall.
Yeah, I was going to ask, did any of it, other than just on the floor, did any of these glass shards shoot at you as you're washing dishes?
Yeah, because it was so scary because it was such a loud sound, and then I was standing right next to the stove at the sink, like with my back turned.
I've heard the explosion before. I've gone in and seen the damage. I've seen this movie before. The difference is, and I'm not making this up, in Baltimore, on some of the older homes, the plaster inside, I swear to God, it's concrete.
Yeah.
It's not like plaster. You could never punch a hole through it.
No chance.
You could barely dent it. I mean, it is so thick, it's concrete. I watched shards of glass shoot through one of those walls.
I believe that, man.
I mean, that's the pressure of one of those things blowing up.
But why is it the Pyrex pans only blow up on a burner, but never? I
don't know.
But rarely in the oven, right?
Because in the oven, direct heat of it touching. I don't know.
Because like if you just blast it with heat from everywhere, Pyrex is like, I got you both.
That tells me the burner gets over 600 degrees.
I don't know.
I broke one once just because I cooked a tenderloin, like a pork tenderloin, pulled it out, and just had a brain fart, and was like, I'll just wash it right now.
Oh, and put it in the water.
I put it in the sink, and as I turned on the cold water, I was like, oh, crap, and moved away, and
I had a bomb.
How long did it take?
Oh, not long at all. It just, I just couldn't believe I was that dumb. Like, oh, I'll just wash it right now.
Yeah. Dude, I did the same thing with a really nice glass bong. Use the hot water to get the tar out and everything else.
All the cleaning.
Swishing it around, nice and hot, steaming. Finally, the gunk is coming out of there. Turn on the cold water. Boom! Right in my hand.
I've lost 2 that way.
Jesus.
So I don't clean them anymore.
What was your biggest disaster in the kitchen or while cooking? 206-421-ROCK.
And you just feel like an idiot because you know better.
And the reason you went through all this because you wanted to smoke out of it as soon as you were done.
Nice fresh.
Because it's the best hit you're going to get. Yeah. Hello, Dave. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Hola.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you, sir.
We appreciate it.
So when I'm 54 now. When I was 19, my grandmother was cooking a pot of beans and forgot about them, left them on there, and somehow melted the handle down or something, caught her kitchen on fire. And it smoke damaged all the cabinets and melted the Formica top on the counter. And her insurance wrote her a check to have it fixed. Well, she hired me to fix it. So I went through, completely sanded all the cabinet faces and painted everything. It's just looking beautiful, right? Get it all looking really nice, and it came down to putting the new Formica on the counters. And I dry fitted it, got it set in there, routed in for the sink, all that stuff, and it was looking perfect. And then I pulled the Formica down and put the glue on the countertop to stick the Formica down, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what I had forgot about or didn't know about because I was 19 and really stupid was the pilot light on the stove.
Oh,
so that lit the glue up.
Oh, no.
And the entire countertop was on fire. And luckily there was a fire extinguisher close, and I got it out. So now I've got smoke on the ceiling. All the cabinet faces are burnt. There's extinguisher powder all over the kitchen. And I had to start all over.
How did it turn out in the end?
It turned out really nice.
Yeah.
And she was old and probably wouldn't know the difference. But
right.
Yeah, my uncle said, hey, you did great. And third time's a charm. So
Third time, yeah.
That's typical.
Luckily, it only took twice, but learned a valuable lesson.
And you never would know.
You wouldn't think about it. You don't really think about it until after. I'm convinced that every warning that we've ever read on any product or anyone who works in it's like because it happened, they saw it happen. They're like, check for the pilot light.
Right. Yeah, that's why with the Home Depot, their slogan should be, "We'll see you again in about an hour."
To visit us once, to visit us twice. It's a guarantee because you didn't know what you just found out.
Oh, damn it! I need this.
By the way, we asked the question. So, what is Pyrex? Was it always seemed to bust if you put it on a burner, but rarely in the oven?
Right.
It's simple, guys. I can't believe we didn't think of this. Localized thermal expansion.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
I thought it might be that, but in other words, in the oven, it expands evenly. That's all.
Okay. What was your biggest disaster in the kitchen or while cooking? 206-421-ROCK.
Say that again. Localized.
Don't act like you don't know. Localized thermal expansion. Exactly what we've been talking about all week.
Yeah. That's what happens to my stomach when I eat.
Yeah, localized thermal expansion.
It's gotten so hot.
Oh, my God. Hello, Callie. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
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 Holla?
So my kitchen nightmare. We had a family barbecue get together the night before. It went kind of late, so I got up early the next morning to kind of pick everything up. Was putting things in a Tupperware container. I leaned forward to burp it, and I closed my nipple in the Tupperware
container. Were you pressing down full weight at this point?
Yeah, I had like my shoulder lean on it, trying to get the burp in there, with the lid in the middle, and I just totally slammed my whole entire nipple right in there.
Now, look, I don't want to ask you personal equipment.
I think I'm getting a pretty good idea.
How big is your nipple that it hangs into a Tupperware container?
Oh, wait a second. God graced me with big boobs. So
Okay.
they're always in the way. But, of course, I'm in my pajamas, so I don't have a bra on, so there's no containing it, you know?
No containing
they were
the
just
nipple.
out there.
I got you, ma'am. How bad did that hurt?
They turned good 50 piece purple for 4 or 5 days, and it was bad.
You had purple nipple for 4 or 5 days.
Nipple in the Tupperware container.
Purple nipple in a whole new way.
I hope that children are listening. Do not close your nipples in Tupperware container. Now, I will say, I worked with a chick. She had nipple piercings, right? I did not know she had them. There's no reason why I would know, nor do I care. But we're working in the kitchen. It's busy as F, right? So everyone's running around. She's working saute, opens the oven, and you just hear her scream in agony. By the time you look at her, she's backing away from the oven, and she's just holding her boobs. And we're still not tracking, right? Because, like, nothing's on fire, none of that. We're like, what is going on? She's like, my nipple rings. The heat from the oven basically just cauterizes. Like, oh, my God. Yeah, I switched stations with her. I'm like, why don't you work the grill and keep your boobs away, man?
Because I knew somebody
that took my piercings downstairs out.
Yeah, I knew somebody that jumped off like a cliff or a bridge or something, and both her nipple rings ripped out.
Oh, God!
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, right? That is painful.
I would say closing your nipple in a...
I would say getting them pierced in the
bad.
first place would be painful.
Mike, were you expecting a call like that?
No.
Hey, why you calling? I shut my nipples in a Tupperware container.
No, but I was glad we got it. Kind of different.
Very unique.
What was your biggest disaster in the kitchen or while cooking? 206-421-ROCK.
Geico asks, how would you love a chance to save some money on insurance? Of course you would. And when it comes to great rates on insurance, Geico can help. Like with insurance for your car, truck, motorcycle, boat, and RV. Even help with homeowners or renters coverage. Plus, add an easy-to-use mobile app, available 24-hour roadside assistance, and more, and Geico is an easy choice. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. It's easy. Simply go to geico.com or contact your local agent today.
There's a new and different way to fund your business or side hustle without the hassles of a loan. HomeTap. HomeTap is an investor that gives you access to your home equity in cash in exchange for a share of your home's future value with no monthly payments or interest. How you use the money is totally up to you. HomeTap. Get more from home ownership. Get more from life. Subject to eligibility, terms and conditions apply. Visit HomeTap.com to apply in minutes. That's HomeTap.com. HomeTap.com.